Whew, dang it, y'all. It is friggin' hot. I'll be glad when summer's over with. Like, I'm ready to start complaining about it being too cold. Anyway, this is a spur of the moment idea because I was picking some stuff up in the pharmacy and I saw something shiny and I had to have it, even though I didn't need it. Anyway, world's smallest tackle box. Yay, woo. Little keychain pill container thing. Does not have the amount of room in it that I thought it would, even though I should have known better just looking at the packaging. Yeah, just a tiny little pill container thing. Anyway, let's see what all we got in here, because you're not going to be able to get many lures in one of these things. All right, I could have probably crammed a couple other things in there, but that's about it. Like, that is all the room you have. I could probably get a couple more trout magnets in there, maybe a small inline spinner or something like that. But that's it. You could be ready to do some fishing at a moment's notice. But yeah, this summer's been quite miserable as far as the heat goes. Like, this is swamp, like Swamp City. Anyway, this creek has been up and muddy for a couple of weeks now. I've already got a little crappie magnet tied on. Let's give this about an hour, because really that's all I'm going to give it, as hot as it is. Hey, we're not skunked. Jeez. I don't know why I walked over here to do that. But, pretty nice red. How nice of you. Anyway, I ain't been getting hardly any bites on the crappie magnet. So we're gonna whip out the tackle box and change out. And I would not be opposed to a good strong breeze right about now, because it's like 102 degrees in the shade. And what do we have here? 1/64 trout magnet. One thing I failed to mention that makes summer so much harder on me than a lot of people is I work in a 35-degree cooler for 5 to 6 hours a day. I am used to being cold, so that transition from 35 to 100 and something is not exactly fun. I can see a couple little fish up there in the creek part there. Fishy number 2, itty bitty little gill. Hey, it counts. Tell you what, these fish ought to start biting, or should start biting a little bit better, just to be nice to me, because these skeeters are already getting terrible. Bug spray is one of those things that I've got probably 20 gallons of. It's like sunscreen. I never have it with me. Fish number 3. What I believe to be a little chill, a little female red. Chill. Hey, 3 fish in a row without a belly flop. We're doing good. You know, at the rate that I'm going, probably ain't going to end up giving this an hour. I ain't going to end up going to when I run out of jigs. I've got 3 more in my little canister deal, and 2 of them are a little bit big. No, I did not reel like this. Y'all can obviously tell that. But this is what happens when I broke everything off. I have no more lure hairs on me. So we're going to take this up on another day when the sun isn't actively trying to bake me alive. So yeah, we'll see you again right about meow. And we're back. I was going to ride up to the mountains and fish where we did caught all the rock bass and the smallmouth in the previous video, but it's getting kind of dark that way, and I really don't feel like getting caught in another thunderstorm. So the place that we never fish at, that's been in 1,000 videos, well, legitimately almost 1,000 videos. I've got a little over 700 up by now, which most of my videos are shorts. But anyway, we got about an hour to fish because the thunderstorms are going to be rolling in, and I really don't feel like getting caught in them. So, pill bottle canister thing, see what we can catch with whatever we can cram in there. Hopefully the video quality doesn't change any. I've basically been forced to change. Just looking around this creek, see if there's anything swimming before I get back here, but I've basically been forced to change editing software like for the last going on 2 years. I've been using Power Director, the paid version. It's like $10 every 3 months, and it decided last night to just start crashing, freezing, whatever. And I emailed the devs at Power Director, and they want videos, they want files, and this and that and the other. And I was like, screw it, I'm not going through all that. So I downloaded Filmora. It's $5.99 a month, so it's a little bit more, but hopefully it turns out halfway decent. So let's get to fishing. Alright, the little canister thing I figured out will hold quite a few of these little Bobby Garland itty bits. I believe that's a 1/64th head. I've got a couple in there with 1/48th, I think. I don't know. A couple different colors, a couple different sizes. See if we can catch a couple fish. Stay on, stay on, stay on. We tain't skunked. Itty bitty little gill. You know, a lot of people would laugh and say, why you enjoy catching them tiny little fish? Well, oh, belly flop, I'm sorry. I don't enjoy doing that. Well, the thing is, I'm more of a quantity person. When it comes to fishing, I'd rather catch a bunch of small fish over one or two big fish. You know, if I sit out there all day long and only get 2 bites, I'm not having fun. I'm not motivated to stay there. And I will quickly lose interest in staying there. But if I'm catching a bunch of little ones, you know, ooh, let's get a hit right there. If I'm catching a bunch of little ones, hey, I'm doing what I came out there to do. Oh, didn't know I had one on. Little chunk of a red. On my phone. Just, well, you just look pretty good. There we go. Kersploosh. Hey, we got us another one. Chill. Chill, 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 chill. Shh. Yeah, that one's a little red. Kinda shows the characteristics of a orange spotted sunfish, but orange spotted sunfish rarely ever get that big. And they're insanely rare, or at least around here they are. I could probably count on one hand how many times I've caught an orange spotted sunfish in my 37 years on this rock. I'm kind of surprised. As humid as it is today, the mosquitoes ain't that bad down here. Like, today is actually considerably cooler than it has been. Dadgummit, one bit the tail off. They just got a bite there and it nibbled the tail off. But it's considerably cooler than it has been and not as humid, but it's still just miserable. It's like I was talking with somebody at work today. Like, this has to be, like, this summer's only like halfway through. And this has got to be the nastiest, swampiest, humid summer that we have had in years. What are you? Huh. You're a species I rarely ever catch in here. Chill. Shh. Common shiner. Dang pretty one too. I like to go up to the mountains where we did the smallmouth videos and all that. Catch a couple of these on a lighter rod and have another rod set up with just a bare hook and just chuck them out there in the middle of some of those streams. Oop, almost tripped. Chuck them out there in the middle of those streams and just let the smallmouth have a field day with them. You can get, like, if you really pack them down in there, you could probably get 7 or 8 little, tiny little Bobby Garland size or itty bit size baits. These are like 1.25 inches long. So you could probably get, if you're good, you probably get 8 or so in there. Less if you put like a little spinner or a little micro crankbait or something like that. But if you are into using live bait, you get a ton of split shots and a bunch of hooks in that. So you would be set. I don't know what we got. We're going to have to do some... Oop, sorry. Didn't mean to beat you against that tree. Itty bitty tiny little gill. Itty bitty one. Alright, to wander farther upstream or go across the creek to the other side. This looks like it just gets shallower, so we'll probably just stick to right down here. Hey. Oh. Well, actually, let me get a picture real quick. My pliers are in my other pocket, so. Little gill. Douche. You a mean little two right there. I'll take that back. You're a little female. You a mean one. You hit that thing and... Oh, you about gave my finger a piercing. Please stop. Shh. You hit that thing and took off. You didn't nibble on it. You was like... Gotcha! Sploosh. Likes me some little red breast. Hey, feels a little bit nicer. A little red. Chill. Oh, that's a pretty fish. I'm gonna miss these things when fall rolls around and red ear sunfish start taking the place of these, because around here, and it may be the same for other parts of the country, I don't know. Around here, once you can really tell when fall is setting in, because once you stop seeing red breast sunfish and start seeing more red ear sunfish, you know, that's just kind of a, no pun intended, fishy way of knowing the weather is changing and cooling off, because I don't know what makes the red breast disappear and the red ear come out, or what the deal is. Either way, they both fight good, so I'm not complaining. I knew I'd get one right over there. Another species for the day. And it came off because it was being a little spaz. Little red breast, or red ear. Ooh, that one feels pretty good. That is good. Surprise catch right there. Chill, man. Chill. That right there is a surprise catch. Nice little creek bass. Like this right here is a good size bass for this creek. It is not the biggest bass that I've ever caught out of this creek, but for a creek like this that's, you know, 20-30 feet wide and just a couple of feet deep, a fish like this is a good size bass. There's a little bit of a belly flop, but the weeds and stuff that I'm tangled in kind of cushion the blow. But I just had a feeling, just right behind this log right here in this little corner, you know, something's probably right there. Pretty nice little stop this afternoon, and to add to the list of crap that I've done on this channel, little keychain pill holder deal. You can fit a couple little small lures in there if you wanted to go like a minimalist approach. Bunch of little, like if you put like 1 inch, 1 1/4 inch baits in there, you can get quite a few. Or if you want to go a live bait route, you can get a ton of hooks and a ton of like small split shots, or even some decent sized split shots. Or if you're into fly fishing, there you go, you got something there. You get a couple of small hard baits like micro cranks, some spinners, things like that, and it's only $4, and it's, you know, tiny little keychain nobody really thinks anything about. And you never know, like me, you've always got a rod or something in your vehicle. You never know when you're going to drive by a little, well, roadside creek and want to stop and see what's in it. Oh, there you go, you got a rod and you got a couple of baits. Another thing this is really good for is if you're like me, you're constantly having little lures laying around everywhere, just loose baits. Perfect place to put them.